We are. Well, I haven't done that in a while. Ooh, I got a head rush.
Are we
Welcome to
actually
the latest
live?
episode of the. Yeah.
Because
Why?
remember last week we had that thing where there was like a minute
Oh yeah,
in.
no. Well, that was human error. That had nothing to do with the technology.
Oh, okay.
That was this guy.
Fair
So,
enough.
welcome to the latest episode of the Crafty Boys. I don't know what number it is, and I don't really care because we're
Who
here to drink
knows?
some beer and talk about life. So, there you go. If you want in on that, you are in the right place, my friends. Otherwise,
Go
go play
somewhere
Parcheesi.
else.
So, this week, we are going to drink some weird beer. Alan, start with yours because yours is the strangest one.
All right.
Alan, just before the show, Alan shared a little image with us, and this image is right here. It is something that some people might recognize. Call a drink called not a drink, a thirst quencher called Super Socko. Now
So
I remember Super Socko from I'm pretty
the
sure I had it in
80s.
my lunches, and
Yes.
I know that I had it at soccer practice from time to time.
Every
But there you
every
go.
kid in British Columbia had that drink box in their lunch, probably from elementary school onwards, because
Who made
it's
Super
cheap.
Socko? Do we actually know that?
I don't know. It was the official drink of the Whitecaps, the Vancouver Whitecaps. I remember that.
Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Hence Socko, right? Because it would be football in the UK, and the United States doesn't know what that sport is in any
Right. So that drink is relevant to what I'm having today because from Moody Ales, I found their Super Simcoe
Oh yeah,
with like a nifty picture of like a hop there instead of a soccer ball.
With real hops.
And with real hops. Now the other one said with real juice or something, and this says with real hops. This is from Moody Ales in Vancouver. It clocks in 45 IBUs, 7.2% alcohol by volume, and interestingly, it's brewed with lactose. That's kind of an interesting thing. Now, I totally what attracted me to this was the marketing, the label.
yeah.
That's the only thing grabbed my attention. And if I hadn't had this, I probably wouldn't have bought it. But I'm prepared to find out and see what it's like. So let's crack this.
You're gonna dive in and take one for the team.
Take one for the team.
Locke, what beer are you drinking tonight? Tell me.
So you remember a couple of episodes ago, I was saying I am starting to become disenthralled with beers that taste like fruit punch, and
Right.
that I was saying that I wanted to see somebody take
That is
on
quite the head.
Asahi Super Dry, which is to say, like the driest sort of mineral water tasting, but properly full alcohol beer out there. Now,
Okay.
now understand, Asahi Super Dry, the recipe is not compliant with the Reinskebot. It's not strictly barley. They use rice. This does not use rice. This uses wheat, but it's Ontario's closest answer. Sadly, it doesn't quite cut the mustard in terms of the alcohol content. This clocks in at, what is it? Let me. So this is side launch, and in terms of a dry beer, we've got barley and wheat. We've got, it's 4.4%. This is light beer, gentlemen. You know me, I don't normally drink light beer, but I'm on a quest. I'm trying to find that thirst quencher that is the comparison to Asahi Super Dry, but has full alcohol. Doesn't have full alcohol. But how does it taste? That is a clean finish. That is really, really dry. So side launch are.
Uh-oh.
Side launch are. So where are we here? Side launch Brewing Company are in Collingwood, Ontario.
Okay.
Says flavorful, clean, easy drinking. I'll go with clean and easy drinking. I don't think I taste any flavor. That's why I like it. But it's not full alcohol. It's 4.4%, and this is the trick, guys. Is
Wow.
How do you get something that's as clean finish, easy drinking as Asahi Super Dry, 5.5% in a Canadian beer, and the addition of wheat to barley, I think is a clue. I don't know that there's a lot of rice grown in Canada, but what we do have is wild rice. Has anybody ever encountered a wild rice beer in Canada?
No, I haven't.
I think just making the bloody thing would be prohibitively expensive. But going with wheat, Canada's got plenty of wheat. This is interesting. This is a step along the path that I have charted a course towards.
Okay.
Okay, so
Shane, what are you drinking?
The beer that I'm drinking at this moment in time is hopefully going to not beam out. It's Kevin Smith's Smodcast Have a Week Juicy Pale Ale.
Right.
This beer is, it's called beer. It's made by Main Street Brewing and their fundraiser for the Rio Theater here in town. 5.5% alcohol by volume. Juicy Pale Ale. Now, I'm assuming this is a hopped up pale ale, but you never know. I'm going to drink the whole thing and not give any to the peanut gallery because I'm not funny. Oh, well, there you go then.
So while Shane's doing that, I just want to point out
they're enjoying his beer. What do you have to say, Alan, about your beverage?
So, I mean, the head immediately is like super foamy. I did a pretty good pour, and it was so thick. A lot of body to this. The mouthfeel is really good. I don't know that you would appreciate it right now, Locke, given that you're not into like the fruity tasting beers, because that's totally what this is. It's like drinking orange juice. I'd say it's kind of not quite on the same par as fresh squeezed, but it's getting there. It's on that path, right? But I'm really enjoying this. This was a bit expensive for 4 tall cans. It was about $16 plus tax. And if I'm going to spend that much, I'm just going to get a fresh squeezed, to be honest. Yeah. I'm going to get a better experience with the fresh squeezed. But if you're into buying something that's Canadian brewed, this is a good option to fresh squeeze.
So tell me more about the brewery.
So this is Moody Ales. We've done them before.
Yep.
And actually, Locke, you and I had their Vienna Lager.
Okay, yeah.
At the Drake.
Right. Yeah.
Maybe about 3 years ago or something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know too much more about Moody Ales other than that. They produce some pretty good beers. From the ones that I've had, I've not found something from them that wasn't considered to be a winner, Yeah. So this is another one. I highly recommend it. I don't think that it's a seasonal or anything. I think this is part of their regular stuff. So if you like hoppy beers that have a bit of an orange juice kind of grapefruit juice kind of flavoring to it, I'm going to recommend the Super Simcoe. And they get bonus points for the label.
Yeah.
So, okay, Shane, tell us. about your beer?
I have not tried it yet. I'm waiting to. I don't know, the one that I tried last week, which was the beers, was okay. It was a bit light on the beer side, but it was supposed to
That
be
was
a
also Main
lager, but
Street,
it was
right?
a Main Street as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
That is absolutely awful.
Is it?
What do you think, Peanut Gallery? Better than last week, but last week your review was icky. You know what this? You know what? Here's the problem. It's been watered down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This has been watered down. Like it's definitely. You know that taste of something that you know has been watered down?
Oh yeah.
That's what this tastes like. So
It kind of reminds me when a few years ago one of the beer fests that we went to. I can't remember what brewery it was, but it was a new brewery and they had an IPA supposedly that was available, and we got them, and it tasted so watered down, and I think we dumped it. I'm pretty sure, like we didn't finish it. It was that bad.
it's like you put it in your mouth and the taste, like any flavor, just vanishes.
Yeah.
Like it's gone. It's like you're drinking water. So yeah,
It's
this
thin,
has definitely
right?
been.
Okay.
It's weird.
But all right, given my particular question, now is this an ale or a lager?
It's an ale.
So an ale that doesn't taste like anything. That's upsetting in a way, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's like.
I understand.
The only thing I could think of is that it's been watered down somehow.
I'm pursuing the principle that a dry lager is a valuable thing in its own right, and there's obviously an absolutely clear market for making something that's effectively pickled water insofar as it's got enough alcohol in it that you're not going to catch something by drinking it, but it's refreshing if you're in a hot climate.
Yeah.
Something that tastes dry, minerally refreshing, but is full alcohol. I mean, that's a pursuit that I think is a worthy pursuit. But what you're talking about here, this is an ale, not a lager. This is an ale. So is it crisp at all? Would you describe it as crisp?
No,
crisp.
definitely not.
Yeah. Ales
This
usually
is what I mean. Like you put it in your mouth.
Yeah.
And here we go. And I taste a little bit of something, but overall there's like nothing. There's no flavor at all. It just tastes like, and like when I was having it the first time, I was letting it sit in my mouth so I can get some flavor out of it, but no, nothing.
So the question is,
so
Shane,
weird.
how much did you spend on this one? Because I remember you spent a lot
I told you
on
last week,
week's.
but it was I think it was, how much was it? Is it $8 a can? Yeah, $8 a can.
Wow.
So very disappointed. I mean,
You should send Kevin Smith a message on Facebook about
Yeah,
it.
up yours, Kevin. Jeez, man. No, I can't fault. To be honest, I can't fault him for that. I know he's not the one who made it.
At the end of the day, this is knockout product that's being done. I think we agreed last week that ultimately the premise here is this is a charity project for a movie.
Exactly.
And insofar as it is, I have to wonder if the call didn't go out for, can you provide a bunch of product that we can brand this way so that we can do this charity project? And maybe the answer was, now we've got a way to move that. Yes.
Well,
Right?
exactly. I mean, I think I alluded to that last week, where it's like they either had a failed batch of something and it was not working, or something that they made just failed. It happens. your flavor that you want doesn't come out right.
Sure.
And so, you know.
But you don't charge $8 a can for it. That.
Well, they're not going to
Mistake.
tell you that. It's a fundraiser. It's all
Well.
about the principle of the thing. But this is like I'm at the point where I don't really want to finish it.
Really?
Like it's just that tasteless.
So Julian, I think just chimed in and said that 5% is considered full ABV for beer worldwide. Actually, you know, if you're in London, which is sea level, and you're drinking ale that's hand pulled, 3.5, for whatever reason, is mighty intoxicating. It'll do the trick.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah, and I don't know if that's because it's sea level or because it's not carbonated or what, or exactly why that is. But ales at 3.5% in London, England, you find that on tap all the time, and it works. This side launch here, this is not 5%. This is 4.4%. So it's somewhat closer to a light beer in that respect, and that's why I'm complaining. That's why I'm saying that I want something crisp and refreshing. It cuts in at least 5, maybe 5.5.
Right.
Which is ultimately what Asahi Ultra Dry does. And that's why I launched this challenge. That's why I think this is an interesting question. What does it take to get a 5.5% lager so dry that it tastes like mineral water? It's refreshing, but it does the trick in terms of if you're in a mountainous country like, well, okay, obviously not Ontario, but
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know enough about it. I'd like to become a brewmaster and find out, learn these things.
Let's go to brewmaster school.
Okay, so Julian says the only reason ale is brewed at 3.5% is because tax on the alcohol is sky high in the UK. Your response, Julian, or Locke.
and you know, and yet they flog. So there's tax, and then there's what people are prepared to pay. I think there is something genuinely disconcerting. I think part of it is that in North American beer culture, everybody drinks their beer cold. In the UK,
It's true.
room temperature is normal for serving an ale, and in terms of your uptake, if you're drinking cold water, it tends to sit in your gut. It might cool you down a little bit because there it is sitting in the center of you, cooling you down. But the actual hydration that goes on, right? What are you doing? You flying around?
Sorry,
We're playing.
we have the same Millennium Falcon keychain. Anyway, sorry, keep going.
Yeah. Anyway, all I'm saying is that I think there's an absorption thing going on there because when what you're drinking is at the same rough temperature as the room around you, I think you absorb it more quickly, and I think perhaps that's why if you're drinking 3.5% ale in a pub. Let's say let's say in Earl's Court, right? If you're drinking a 3.5% ale in Earl's Court, for whatever reason, it drinks like it calms you down. It gives you that muscle relaxant feeling. Everything smooths itself out very quickly. Whereas an ice cold, similar properties. A Coors Light. Yes, I have drunk Coors Lights. Not by preference, but like if it's around,
Right.
you drink it, right? An ice cold Coors Light on a dock in Ontario on a hot summer day. For whatever reason, you need to drink a whole 6-pack to get the same effect. And that's been my experience. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but I think other people have found this too.
Okay.
That's something I'd like to do sometime. I'd like to go to the UK and walk into a pub and have like a pulled, some sort of an ale or something right there and experience it like you would there. I kind of wonder if it would be off-putting, actually.
Which?
To have a beer in a pub in the UK that's at cellar temperature, as Julian points out here, not room temperature.
Sure. Yeah, all right, fine. Yeah.
When I'm used to having things like a frosty mug, it's like it's cold, right? And that anything that's not cold is kind of off-putting. I find
mugs sound German to me. I think what you're talking about is a pint glass.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. What I mean, it was just a term, right?
Yeah.
I kind of wonder if it would be off-putting. What I'm going to do is, at some point, I'm going to get some beer, and I'm going to put it at cellar temperature, Julian, and I'm going to try it, and I'm going to see if I like it, because I have a feeling I'm not going to prefer it.
Look, they're sort of the McDonald's of pubs, but Witherspoons does do an international beer festival every year. Lord knows what that looks like in COVID times, but
yeah.
They've done an international beer festival every year for at least a decade now, and I have tried Canadian beers, including stuff from Driftwood, stuff from Phillips, stuff from Big Rock.
Really?
At Witherspoon's pubs in England. And I've got to tell you, it's a little bit of a different experience. Now that said, understand the whole game here. They don't import the beer from Canada. They bring the brewmasters over and they brew it in the UK and then they serve it on Witherspoon's taps.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Right. Yeah. I do think there's something funny that goes on in terms of the temperature that you serve the beer and probably the sea level that you're at in terms of how the alcohol hits you. Yeah,
it's interesting. That's very interesting.
I now want to go to the UK and drink beer there.
Yeah, me too. I want to do that too. I want to go to an Irish pub and have a Guinness. I don't know why. It's probably it would look so touristy if I did that. But
I heartily recommend you do, and then I recommend that you go to another Irish pub, probably in Cork, and have a Beamish.
A Beamish, yeah.
In Cork,
I'd
have to go to Scotland too. Is there any good Scottish beer that
McEwen's in Canada is
of course
a peculiar product that comes from Quebec and tastes nothing like McEwen's does in Scotland.
Okay.
McEwen's ale in Scotland tastes like an ale. McEwen's ale in Canada is bottled in Quebec. It's closer to a wee heavy. It's spikier in terms of its carbonation. It's unusual and it's hard to explain. It's too sugary for my like.
Mm. Cool. Okay. I'm half Scottish, so it's something I'd like to go to Scotland at some point. I've never been.
Heartfully recommend it, son. Right?
Yeah. Okay. My dad was Scottish. He was born in. He was born in Arbroath.
Where the hell is that?
It's outside of Edinburgh.
Edinburgh.
I'm looking it up.
No. Yeah, look.
Oh, you're looking it up.
I'm just curious.
Arbroath, Scotland. Bring up the map. Show us the map.
Show me the map you have stolen from me. The map to
The map.
is over here. So I'm assuming this is it. Arbroath tends to be. That's really far outside of.
Oh, it is. I don't know. I've
I'm
never been
assuming
there.
This is the right one. So.
Well, where's the name? Like, how's it spelled?
Arbroath.
Yeah, that's it.
Sorry, wait, was that Pleasureland? Wait, hey, what is that? I was like, pardon me.
Pleasureland.
Oh, it's an amusement park. I thought we should go there. Well, I mean, it's got a full-on Pleasureland. Actually, I had a friend from high school that moved to Dundee.
That's in Australia, isn't it? I'm
Well,
kidding.
yeah. Like one of the curious things about the Scots is where they go. They name wherever they arrive after wherever they were.
Wherever they were, that's where they are.
Yeah.
Anyway, you were saying, sorry.
I was. I'm done.
I thought I interrupted you with one thing.
No,
okay,
you
never
didn't
mind then. Well,
interrupt me.
screw you then.
Arbroath. I'd like to go there sometime.
San Francisco. I was
I was born there. Do you have dinosaurs on your dinosaur tour?
Dinosaurs.
Will we see Piper in Scotland? I suspect we'll see a different kind of Piper.
Yes.
This guy's got Piper on the brain. Give it up, man. Give it up. She's never coming to the West Coast again.
She doesn't love you.
She has her own owner or master.
Owner? Master? What?
I don't know. I don't get the whole chain your neck to your.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Kingsters are a culture to their own. They're like the Democrats to the swingers Republican. You know what I mean? Like Republican swingers. They're all pretty macho and footballish, and they listen to bad fucking Caribbean cruise music, but at the end of the day, it's all run by jockish alpha females, whereas the Kingster scene, it's all this master slave stuff, and it's all a bit
sounds kind of weird.
Star Trek nerds that are into rope, that kind of thing.
I just did a search for kinks with beer, and you don't want to know about them.
Don't look it up.
I'm now sad that I looked it up.
Keep the safe search on would be my recommendation.
Hey, is there any beer news this week?
Please, because I can't handle fetishisms with beer. Yes, there is some beer news this week. According to the Canadian government, beer is now outlawed, and we all have to stop drinking it.
Oh.
That's just how it is, man. I keep burping now. Apparently, for the actually, I don't know any of the people that are sort of the beer, like the pioneers in beer making. In Canada, but we've actually had this month anyway. April has actually lost like three big, huge, beer brewmaster pioneers. They're all in their late 80s kind of thing, who've died. And the reason I was thinking about it today is that I also read that Michael Collins, Michael Collins? I'm pretty sure that's his name. I could Google it, but I won't right now. But basically, the dude who stayed in the capsule that orbited the moon, he died at the age of 90 today. So from some horrible cancer. There's a lot of news about different breweries creating a new beer because the summer season is coming.
Yep.
But the one that I actually want you guys to see just kills me. I'm just going to share it on the screen here. Phillips Brewing is a brewery that we know, or brew your own beer. There you go. Is a local brewery that we like in the area, but now they're going to make some Dino Sour beer, specifically pink lemonade. So there you go. I thought that was totally worth sharing out because it'll be
Well, the Dinosaur isn't
sour.
It's not a new beer.
4.3.
4.3. Oh Jesus! Oh God!
Not a new beer.
It's not a new beer. They've put that out before, but I think the pink lemonade part of it is a new aspect. But the Dinosaur has been out for years.
The other one, there was actually one more weird beer I thought we should try and get from Boombox. Boombox is doing one called Sono Psychotic. Did I stop sharing? I did stop sharing. Sorry
You did.
about that. But it is doing this beer, which I really like the cover or the label of the cover, you know. But yeah, so it's a collaboration beer that's coming in at 10%. It's double IPA, and I'm gonna drink it all and give none to Locke because he's just too far away. I'll have to drink it all on your behalf. But there you go. I thought that one was,
you could put some of that in the mail.
What? I thought it was illegal to mail beer, Julian.
Is it? Sorry. Julian would know. Is it illegal to mail beer?
All right, Julian.
Is it illegal to mail beer?
I already know the answer, but
I want to try this. This looks cool. I want to fucking check it out. Julian, can he mail me that beer? Can he send it through the post?
I'm going to say
this
yes.
is my favorite thing here. Julian is a fan of Boombox, as am I.
Yeah, Boombox is fucking rad.
Yeah,
they
make a lot of cool stuff. But this one, I'm kind of excited about this one just because it is. Now I don't know if it's a brand new one, but it is coming out in the next little while. And here's Julian's official word.
No, you can't send it.
No.
Fuck. All right.
No, it's not illegal.
No, it's not illegal. Fuck.
It's not illegal. Okay, now, Julian, I'm going to butcher this, but essentially the argument is apparently to mail this kind of stuff, alcohol, you're allowed to do it because it's a food item.
Of course it is.
It's actually not. You're not selling it. If you were mailing it to sell it, that's bad. But if you're like mailing beer to your friends, why the hell not?
I wouldn't open it as soon as you receive it.
No, neither would I.
Yeah, I mean, I put it in the fridge for a while and let it settle and all that, then open it carefully.
Mailing beer is allowed, but brewing your own is better. Yeah, no, you can send mail in the beer, or actually, I guess you could. You could take the letter, jam it into the thing. Bob's your uncle.
I tell you, this is like one of my business ideas that I would like to do. I'd like to set up sort of like a beer of the month club kind of deal, where
I'm sure it's been done. Hasn't it?
Well, it kind of has, but also hasn't.
Okay.
Basically, because of the laws that you can't send it in the mail for profit necessarily. Like you have to get ID from somebody on the other end, right?
Right.
But you know how they got like loot crates and everything, You've heard of Loot Crate, right?
Mm.
You know,
Yes,
you
you
get
get
T-shirts
a
and
box
swag
full
and
of
stuff for whatever.
Yeah.
For all kinds of junk, and you pay a subscription fee. Well, same kind of thing for beer. You get like a beer that's probably exclusive for club members.
Right.
Maybe a T-shirt and like some of those little paper coaster things like you get in the pub or whatever. And yeah, and people subscribe to that. Wouldn't that be cool?
I am looking this up here to see if there are beer clubs, and
So there is in Ontario.
That's exactly the one I've just found. Looks like they're all in Ontario. The beer lover.
The last province in Canada to adopt craft brewing.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah. So
they're not here. The only way you could have them here is if you had your own delivery system, where your
right.
delivery drivers ask for ID upon receipt.
Right.
That's the only way it could work.
Yeah, it looks like it's only Ontario. It's not able to.
Like the Matador Club, and it's all run by the cops. And you show up, and you shake your head around, and a guy with a mail bag full of Mickeys comes around and goes, "Hey, buddy."
Hey, buddy.
Ontario is its own fucking little universe.
It totally is. I don't understand at all. But
I'm supposed to.
No,
really
I don't get it. But overall, I gotta say the idea of a beer club is not the Crafty Boys Beer Club, where you get beer and a personalized voice message from Locke with every order.
Yeah, Locke.
Can
you sound like Barry White?
My listening of Barry White is minimal, but I kind of feel like his voice is very low.
Ooh,
That's pretty good.
It's sexy. It's a sexy beer.
That's a sexy beer.
That is a sexy beer.
Sexy thing anyway.
Oh my
so
God.
there's
I am so disappointed in this beer. I mean,
yeah,
I knew it would
you
be
look
awesome, but
I'm intrigued that by mixing wheat with I've had plenty of wheat ales. This is the first time I've acknowledged that I'm drinking a lager that has both barley and wheat in it, and I think it's got some tracking with what I'm chasing, which is that super dry, but full alcohol. By full alcohol, I'm talking about Locke full alcohol. I'm not talking about international standards full alcohol. Fine, 5% is normal full alcohol. 5.5 is my full alcohol. If it's less than 5.5, then it's sort of like it's a little bit. I'm not sure if that's exactly full alcohol. Is it? I mean, it's sort of like I'm a big man of 6.5 feet tall. 5% alcohol is a little. I mean, it's sort of like
it's sort of like the minimum.
If I want the same effect that somebody of smaller volume by blood, and I accept that there are people that are much fatter than I am. If I'm accepting that the volume by blood, that 5% alcohol is the standard, okay, fine, but I take up a little more room than some other customers do. And I would like to see something, and it's on the market today. It's Asahi Super Dry. I want to see craft brewing take on Asahi Super Dry and win.
So are you saying that
Until I find that product, I'm going to keep looking for it.
are you saying that brewer
Need to do this?
Locke, are you saying that breweries need to start like a big and tall department?
Something like that. Yeah, exactly. That is precisely what I'm saying. I'm a minority here, and I am being discriminated against on the basis of my height in terms of the availability of alcohol content on the market for standard beer. And yeah.
All right.
We only sell beer here for the tall man. Tall man beer, next brewery to open in Ontario.
Tall and fat man beer.
What are you talking?
I gotta say, I'm impressed. I would be very impressed to if you got that brewery going.
Big man beer. Big man beer. That's the
big man beer.
Big man.
You hear about what they say
big man
about a man who drinks big man beer.
Yeah.
It's the beer chosen by Andre the Giant.
He's still alive.
Come on.
I'm trying to think of what would you call your first big man beer brew?
Well, it would probably be like a lager or something like that.
Goliath refresher.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I fully support that. Well done. I don't know what else to say.
Yeah, I
well
don't
done.
know either.
But I'm trying to think of
Behemoth Light.
I like beer like my women, tall, strong, and cold.
It would be like Grace Jones crawling up one side of Locke and down the other. That's what I. That's what
or the German East German women's swim Olympic team from Top Secret.
Yes.
Oh yes. Okay. God, I haven't thought of that film for ages. Well done. All right. On that note, boys and girls, we've been streaming for almost an hour, but we're promising to keep it a bit shorter. But whatever. It's
sure.
COVID. But I've had a disappointing beer, and I want to go and cry quietly in a corner. So
and
I gotta say,
obviously, you don't have to sit there quietly in the corner saying nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
And try this. Go out and try this.
Go get the Simcoe or
Super Simcoe.
Super Simcoe.
Shane, get this. You won't be disappointed.
I totally won't be. On that note, Alan, as always, take us out.